how do we look at job risk, particular individual job risk? And how I developed this was actually talking to a large GC, very successful, larger GC. And I said, what are the factors that you look at when you determine, do you want to bid the job or not? And his answer was pretty distinct and pretty clear. He said, I look at 3 factors. 1 is the owner. 2 is where we're working territory. This was a national contractor. And 3, type of job, which goes into the scope of the work. So when you go into those, so 3 things, those are the 3 things that I concentrate on. And type of owner. Have you worked for the owner before? A good example in New York City, you know, you've never worked in New York City, you've never worked for the New York City DEP. I really don't want to write the first bond for someone who writes for a contract with the DEP, but he's done it successfully, I'll consider it. It makes sense. Because the key is you want the contractor to be successful to make money, then there's no issues with the bonds. So the owner is very, very important. Territory is similar, because usually the owners and the territory are the same. But territories get a little different. It depends if you're a regional guy, a local guy, or a national contractor. The territory means, do you know this? Do you know the labor market? Do you know the particular unions at that point? It's just, especially up being in the Northeast, you know, New York City and New Jersey, they might be separated by 5 miles, but it's a totally different market. So it's very important to know the territory. And the third item that I think is important, that you might not think is important, but is type of job. So the first underwriting thing is, what do you deal with? What type of contractor are you? Are you a paving contractor? Are you a general contractor? Are you an electrical contractor? And so you want to hopefully continue to bond those jobs that they are familiar with and know the exposures with. If the contractor, out of those 3 things, if they don't have 2 out of the 3, is that an automatically, I'm not going to bid it? No, you're going to look at other options. Maybe a joint venture, maybe you get a strong subcontractor that you bond. But here's their thought process. And I think if you have a dialogue with the contractor on why they want to bid a particular job, and it makes sense to them, then we should be able to make sense to us and to our surety partners.